Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
I am Ryan.
Dude, did you have a good holiday?
Yes.
Dude, this is
pretty sweet.
I know. And not only was it a good holiday, we came into books.
With incredible quality books.
I was not expecting this.
No, and there were too many books this week.
Right.
So we had like one person try to hook us up with requests.
Which we appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dan. I only did like one of them. Because what had happened was there was so much stuff.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The stuff that I chose, like we could almost do a second show. The stuff that
we could. Oh my God. Because there's things that we didn't even touch that I wanted to touch. There's things that I touched that you didn't touch. We'll get into that.
Yeah, that was
that was the funniest thing in the world.
Because you phrased it, and I'm like, what life? What?
Yeah.
And then I read that little snippet, which
and
I thought was like,
no.
Yeah.
We'll explain. We'll
Yeah,
explain.
it'll-
So this wise though, we got everything the same.
Yep.
Oh.
Phoenix Resurrection, Eugenic, Doomsday Clock.
All right. So where do you want to start?
The biggest amount of talking, I think, is going to, well, you know, Eugenic's actually pretty deep too.
It was super deep, which is one of the reasons why I had to put it up here versus on the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
So honestly, can we put eugenics in the middle only because I feel like we should book in on the mainstream stuff.
I feel that's fair.
Okay. Let's start with Phoenix Resurrection.
So it's at the top of the
It's at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Let's just
go
follow
for
our
it.
hearts here. So, an interesting series.
Yes.
The writer, I'm not familiar with who that is.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Rosenberg?
Yeah, I don't know him off the top of my head.
Yeah, neither do I.
Okay, all right. I thought it was just me.
No.
But Lanil Yu is on the artwork. So you've got an unknown
Yes.
and a very well-known.
Yes.
Kind of ushering in this new age, this new X-Men era.
Yeah. And for all the characters in the Marvel Universe that constantly come back from the dead, like I give a pass to Jean Grey. When it's Phoenix, like that's
what she does.
Yeah, that's
death, life. It's a thing. She's been gone for a while though. Like, did you read the letter in the background? It's like 10 years. I'm like,
yeah. It has. Yeah,
my
it's
God.
been that long.
right.
Since like the Renaissance of Marvel and like
Morrison killed her, and Morrison's been out of the X-Men loop. I mean, think about that. Like since Morrison, we had Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
We've had
Bendis.
Matt Fraction. Yeah, Bendis. Like,
Fraction was on it.
So many different people since.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People have died and come back. Not Jean.
Not Jean.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I was not ready. I mean, Colossus came back.
That's
not
true.
Jean. Okay,
Thanks,
let's
Joss.
just throw that out there. That was such an awesome.
Yeah.
And then So with this setup though, there's a lot of Marvel and specific Jean Grey history here.
Yes.
If you're not fully aware, gonna be a little hard to follow.
It almost kind of requires a cheat sheet in a sense.
It does. What books would you recommend that they have to? Yeah. I'm putting you on that one. What books would you recommend, baby?
Excalibur.
Yeah, I'll give you that, definitely.
Inferno.
Got to do Inferno. If you
Yeah.
don't do Dark Phoenix Saga, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah. The new X-Men run where Jean, or the most recent Jean actually dies.
What about X-Men 300 or Uncanny X-Men 300? The foil cover.
Oh.
That one, because there's a place that they specifically go that is that place. So it's.
Yeah.
There's a couple things that you have to read.
Yeah.
But you honestly should have read these things anyway because they are phenomenal comic books.
Yeah, it's when people talk about X-Men, they're talking about these stories.
Exactly. Like specifically in the 90s, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
So those are, those are great. Love those. Overall, are you excited about this return?
I am and I'm not.
Okay.
I am in the sense that I think it can be a very well done story, that we've got the creators out there available to do it.
Right.
Marvel is beginning to really, really focus on not just like, here's an X-Men book, people will buy it.
Right. Let's put some content here.
Does it need to be its own miniseries?
That's a good
that's
one.
Where,
That's, you know what? I have to give it to you. Why couldn't this just be an arc within the X-Men series?
Yeah.
Let's give you a reason to pick up all of the X-Men books.
Yeah.
Like connect them that way.
Yeah. A few issues each of X-Men
Right?
Gold and Blue.
Oh my God! Can you take it back to like what the Executioner song, the Phalanx Saga? Come on!
Messiah Complex.
Oh,
That was.
I'm gonna say it. Age of Apocalypse.
That,
Come
oh my gosh.
on.
That was.
Come on. Right?
Some of the best the
Right?
best few months of X-Men
That's all I'm
stuff
saying.
in a
That's
while.
all
It
I'm
was
saying.
so
That would have
good,
been
so good.
phenomenal. What I will give Marvel mad credit for, though, is to step away from the lenticular covers
Yeah.
and going for this 3D action. That is good.
Yeah, because they're lenticulars. DC, let's phrase it this way, DC was doing an incredible job with
Yes, they were.
lenticulars.
Yes, they were. They were doing a phenomenal job. This 3D thing, though, yes.
Very snappy.
That is yours. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. I'm definitely on board for this series.
Yeah.
I want to see where it's going.
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right, though. It would have been better to tie it directly into the books.
Yeah.
Not having it something separate, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. Eugenic, number 3.
500 years of storytelling.
Oh, James Tinian the Fourth. Oh my God, Eric
Donovan?
Thank you. I was like, I just lost his last name. What's his last name? This series, 3 issues,
Yeah.
heavy. You talk about topical. They're discussing the world as we know it, but like not only the world that we know it, the world that has always been.
Yeah.
And the things that we want
Yeah.
for ourselves, and whether that's good or bad. This is a lot.
It's a lot to take in, and it's kind of in the sense of like Vision, where if we're talking about synthoids or,
Right.
or different stuff like that, we're
Right.
not really talking about the thing that's really being talked
Right.
about. And with this final story
Right.
and that character, his job, and yeah,
That was powerful. That was powerful. I'm just saying, like that was powerful.
yeah,
I wasn't necessarily as big of a fan of the second issue, and I think that it's because it doesn't quite carry the gravitas that issue 1 and issue
Yeah.
3 have.
Yeah.
But it's a necessary bridge,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it more having finished the series and seeing it overall. I think we should definitely try to get Eric and/or James on the show in some capacity.
yeah, because this is
Because it's really good. Boom Studios did a phenomenal job
Yeah.
for taking a story like this, and they've worked together with them before
Yeah.
and done these types of stories that are kind of out there. But
this is, I mean, it's out there, but it's not.
No.
Like at the same time, it's like, hey, here's a bunch of societal problems.
that's real.
We're not
That's
going to
real.
talk about it directly.
Right, and I think that's one of the things that is most interesting is knowing the background of James and knowing how his life has possibly been affected by any of this. Wow,
Yeah.
it's powerful.
Amazing stuff.
If you are up for like healthy debates, healthy is
Yeah.
the key word. Healthy debates. This is a series.
Yeah.
This is one for your book club, like
Yeah.
for real. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
This is a really good one.
Is the main guy in this one, is he an activist? Is he an extremist? Is he someone who's just kind of coming to terms with the real reality and what he...
What I love is that you said activists or extremists, which are masked for the terms, is he good or is he bad?
Yeah.
And that's the question.
Yeah.
Like, how do you answer that? Because based on the circumstance, there is definitely a group of people that would say he's one.
Yeah.
But there's a certain group of people
That would say
he's absolutely the other.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, this is such an essay on where we are as a people.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. Like, I again, college courses, I expect this. You know, AP high school classes
Yeah.
need to be bringing this stuff in because this is good.
Yeah.
This is really good. This is literature, not
Yeah.
just comics. Lit, because it's so lit. It's so good. What?
Yeah.
What? Ooh, ooh. That's what the kids be saying. Yeah. No. Okay. I tried. My kids are looking at me like, no.
Dad,
That's
stop.
not it. Stop doing
Stop, Dad. You're embarrassing us again.
Stop with the talking. All right. So, Doomsday Clock, number
Yes.
2. DC Comics, Jeff Johns, Gary Frank.
There were people that said nothing really happened in the first issue.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll say,
okay.
for
You know
argument's
what?
sake, you're right.
Sure. There was
Nothing
a lot
happened.
of, not world building, but world reveal.
Yes.
Like, it's like, here, this is where we are. I dare those people to say that same thing about this second issue.
Some stuff happens.
There's a lot of stuff. There's
It's another one of those books that maybe we shouldn't have reviewed because there's no way we can spoiler-free
you
review.
can't talk about that book at all without revealing something.
Yeah.
What I will say is that I liked it better
Yes.
than I liked the first one.
Yes, very much so.
And I think part of that is because we knew more of what to expect.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's no surprises in terms of there's something that's on the cover.
Right. Right.
That interaction was pretty interesting.
That was very interesting, and I dug it.
Yeah.
So dug it.
Ended abruptly with
Yeah.
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 Because that was very much a, well, what? But
Yeah.
then, of course, that's the point.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm loving the fact that we're still building stuff.
Yes.
And so more reveals are meant to be had.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that has this so phenomenal. This is going 12 issues.
Yeah.
You're going to have to earn the story here.
Yeah.
Like, and I think Jeff would know that going in. Like, I mean, he's not touching this arbitrarily.
Yeah.
This isn't just like, oh, look, I think I'm so good I can touch Alan's stuff.
Yeah.
There's some love here. There's some reverence.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's good. That's real good. Can you say anything about it that we haven't said already?
Because you've got them and you've got
that. No, you can't say that. That's definitely, that would be a spoiler.
it's got the feel of Watchmen.
It does. It does. That's not a spoiler because we said that last time.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Anything else is leaning towards
the problem.
It's leaning towards spoiling. So you can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
Even if your local shop's out of the first issue, or they were, the second print ships this week
There you
also,
go.
so
There
you have access to
right
it.
there. And this is about the reading. You want to read this.
Yeah.
It's important. And if you want to talk about it, post reading it, tweet us because we'll talk to you.
Yeah.
We have no problems talking to you about it. Especially if we have the book in hand, we can really reference stuff.
Yeah.
As opposed to my old self that's wanting to explain stuff and then I can't remember what it was that I said I was even mad about in the first place.
There was some dude in blue.
It happened. This is a phenomenal book.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, because there are certain things that are implied, and I'm like, wait, that means that has to be, and then that.
And then that has to happen in this way,
right?
Even so, read this book.
Yeah.
Read this book. And while the hand clicks closer on the Doomsday Clock, you know what it's time for?
Honorable mentions.
So, honorable mention wise, we did one that's the same.
Yep.
And then we actually did some differentness over here. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way.
Yeah.
And we will explain why you put it down so quickly.
I'm a judgmental,
so quickly.
A judgmental prick.
Bonehead #1. This is from Top Cow. The art team on this one, now it's interesting because it says created by Machine 56, which I think is a story piece. But then Brian Edward Hill and Roald Marcelius. Visually speaking, like the cover got me. Like I was like, yo, I want to check this out. Like I'm a 90s pseudo 2000 kid, so this is like Mark Echo all day. It called to me, right? I was like, what is this? I'm curious. It's like Mark Echo meets like the Zorn helmet mask from, New X-Men.
Full circle to New
Right?
X-Men again.
See, like how he just came back to that. Evolutions, baby. The word where Ryan tapped out, where was it? It was an inside cover?
No, there's this really cool thing that some of the image books now have on the front cover.
Yeah.
Like a little synopsis, like, here's what this book is about. This is why you want to read it.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I don't know what caught my eye about that, but I'm like, oh, that's pretty awesome. And
in a near future, a sprawling megalopolis sees the rise of Bonehead's parkour gangs, and parkour is where he was like, nope, out, and I'm done. It's a lifestyle book. I mean, definitely if you're loving the parkour, you might want to check it out. It's got some interesting things to it. Does it have a lot of life and body to the story? It's a little slow going on that part, but visually it's kind of fun. It's got some interesting things. Like I could see this being like an off-key video game that somebody would play. I can see that. Turn that into a game. Boom. It's a comic that precursors. I'm just throwing it out there.
Interesting concept.
Okay, let's go on this dark ride here.
Another lifestyle book, Imaginary Fiends #2. I was really curious where it was going to go after #1.
Yes.
And it has continued down that path of just disturbing darkness. Agent Lee and her handler are in a small town trying to find a small child who has gone missing, and they think that because the kid was on a watch list for potential,
right, imagining
hosting of stuff.
There you go. There you go.
And they're wrong. There's a twist as to what the thing actually is.
Oh, snap.
It's dark.
Okay.
It's funny in its own special sort of dark way.
Oh, okay.
And
I like that. Oh,
When they pump.
what in the world?
Yeah. So if you're looking for a book that's Tim Seeley is the writer for it. If you're looking for that kind of darkness and disturbingness.
Tim, what? I just want to know what you think it tastes like. What? Yeah, that's right. That's a non-contextual sentiment right there for you. How about that, internet? Read the book, you'll know. But Tim, if you're watching, can you tell us what it tastes like? I'm totally going to text you and I'm going to ask you. So be prepared. What does it taste like?
Is it a sweet taste?
Is
there, like?
I mean,
it's a different chemical.
Right. That's
and that's just assuming it's the same as
what we think it is.
Yeah.
Like it. Just put that in your brain pan. What's it taste like?
Yeah.
Hashtag. That might be the name of this episode. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shelby's writing things down right now. What's it taste like?
So if you're curious what Vic and I are talking about, stop by your local comic book shop this week and pick up a copy of Imaginary Fiends.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Oh. So cool. Wow.
It's so
good job.
It's so much worse when you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God, that's so good. Last but certainly not least,
Potential book of the week in its own right.
Oh my God, it was tough, man.
Yeah,
it
really
was a
was.
legit tough fight here. Thanos number 14, Cates, Shaw, you guys.
Yeah, Donnie, you're a beast. Like this
Killing
is
it.
Amazing.
Killing it. I tell you what, again, I said it before, and I do mean it on this run. If this isn't somehow alluded to in Infinity War,
They failed.
did it wrong. Did it wrong. We can't. That's a lot of cool.
Yeah.
This is a lot of cool.
Yeah, because the moments where it breaks just enough for just a little bit of humor.
Yes. And it's so perfect.
Yeah.
It's so very perfect.
The sadness, though, I felt bad for him.
Did you really?
Like he's been just.
He's just like, oh. My question, and obviously this is.
Okay, you're biased for like one of the.
Yes, I am. But you know what? I was okay with that. I was absolutely okay with it, considering the number of bodies that were there, and then that one, I was like, yeah,
That makes sense.
he's last.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah.
And you use him as I'm all for that. I am all for that. That was the most spoilerific, non-spoiler I think we've ever given on the show, because that was a lot. I just said a whole lot of stuff.
Possibly the good.
I don't know. I'm just curious why that young Thanos? Why that one?
Right,
Like
because
of all ones.
access to all of the
them.
Thanos from.
You picked that one?
Yeah.
That dude? Okay.
Yeah.
You have your reasons, and I can't wait. Obviously, the reference point that I felt we got in the previous one of the reveal of older Thanos got a nice little shout out in this one.
Yes.
I was very happy to see it. I was like, oh, so y'all just going for it.
Yeah.
But that's the way it should be. If you're gonna do a lift or pull a reference, go for it.
Just
Say
go
this
all
is
in.
what it is.
Yeah.
Remember this guy? Ha! This is too much fun, man.
Yeah. It's coming off of like an already the previous creative team was doing an amazing job.
They did. They did a great job.
And this
is something different, though.
Yeah.
This is like. Walk with me on this one. This is kind of a long-reaching one.
Look at my Adidas on. Let's do this.
Now that Disney has Deadpool, if they release this style of storytelling for Deadpool, while it might not be the hardcore R,
Yeah.
I feel it would be acceptable.
Yeah, because
I feel it would definitely be acceptable.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. Boom.
Could work.
I just said it. I just said it for all y'all to hear. That's it. I'm just throwing it out there.
And Ghost Rider. The future Ghost Rider
Oh my God.
for millions of, I kind of want him to have a side adventure.
Oh God! Can we get a backup feature, please?
Yeah.
Just a backup feature.
Yeah.
Just a couple pages of just Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Like let's
Yeah.
cosmic Ghost Rider.
If you missed our previous episode talking about this, what we're referencing is there's a Thanos millions of years in the future, and the Ghost Rider from millions of years in the future gets a particular iteration of Thanos
Young
that we know
Thanos.
and brings him
To the
there.
future.
And this is not your normal Ghost Rider.
No.
There's something wrong.
If that's, I'll tell you. Never mind. That could be a spoiler.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. I think that's who it is, though.
It might be.
And that would just be awesome.
Yeah.
That would just be awesome. So if you figured that out, what I just said, good on you. If you didn't, good on you still. That's how we do it. We've got some new subscribers that we want to give a shout out to. Thank you. Comic-Geddon TV. Hey, we got another show watching us.
Yep. And they are on the YouTube also, so check them out.
Absolutely.
Got several episodes of their stuff up.
We're subscribing back. You know, we hit that follow back. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
What? We also got to give a shout out to Viroto 86. 86. That was a very good year. It was a very good year.
I was 11.
Watchmen came out. I was trying not to make it personal. I didn't want to reveal all that. I was 4.
I was not 11.
That's too late. You can't retract 11. That's too specific. Too specific. As always, thank you guys for watching. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell so that we know when you know that we know that we've got a new show up.
Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on Twitter with reviews or questions. Watch the episode, read the book for yourself, and then let us know why we're wrong.
Right. Or right.
Or right.
And right.
Or more than 11.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. What's it smell like?